And that's about when she told me, "Don't you ever put your hand in my crack again." Oh, hell, you did it to me again. This might take a little context. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Zack Snyder's Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League cut was actually very enjoyable to me, and I want to talk about it. Short history. The Justice League was a movie made about 3/4, maybe 80% by Justice League or by Zack Snyder. And then tragedy struck. Um, Zack Snyder lost his little girl, and he had to stop making the movie and take care of his family. Other forces came into play at Warner Brothers, and Joss Whedon was brought in to shoot a whole nother movie. The problem, that, as I understand it, with Warner Brothers was they did not want the two-movie concept. Zack Snyder was shooting two movies at the same time that would play back to back, kind of like Back to the Future 2 and 3, as I understand it. So take that with a grain of salt. When Joss Whedon finished Justice League, it was a hot mess, and it showed. And it bombed. It was a bomb, critically and otherwise. It was a bomb. So I caught this awful crud from some kids, and I haven't been antisocial. I've been sick as a dog. I mean, I've been hugging the throne, and I apologize for not being around y'all. But it gave me ample time to spend 4 long hours watching the Justice League movie as Zack Snyder envisioned it. I am, of course, the ever-loving Lonnie Webb, and I'm healthy now. Yay, team. My neighbor is getting a new roof, so I had to go the other side of the house and find a corner where you couldn't hear nails being driven. Shoot, I can't hear him either. I might take a nap in here. You can find the things I do over at throughcomic.com. I hope you will subscribe. Please like the video today. It's just me talking. You don't have to worry about anything weird going on, okay? But you can help me monetize through the comics that I have made and posted on throughcomic.com and Indiegogo. Additionally, I was the colorist on FATGIRL 1 and 2 for John Rhodes. Please go support John. He's a good guy, and FATGIRL is nice. It's a naive take, or it's a take on a naive young superhero coming into her own. And it's fun for what it is. And to toot my own horn, there's an Indiegogo that is still taking shape called Man of Axe Hill. Please go subscribe to that. I don't exactly know what that's going to be because I'm putting deeper, richer story into it. Uh, this is sword and sorcery, Witcher, Conan, but original Conan, educated, smart guy Conan. You're going to like it. It's going to be dripping with testosterone. It's an adventure comic. Might make it a graphic novel. I'm looking for interest though, so please subscribe. Also out there, InDemand at Indiegogo is Destiny Mountain Demon. Please go buy a book. They exist. I have a very few copies extra on hand. If there is enough demand, I will print more. In fact, if there's enough demand, I'll make another Destiny Mountain Demon, and I'm open to making action figures and merchandise and things. So let me take that back off. So, man, you know, hanging your chin on a logo is kind of hard. I really don't want to see me. Let me take me off of this. There we go. Let's talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League, and we're going to ignore the live stream snafu. I think that's all resolved now. We all understand what happened. It was good on Jeremy for doing good things, good on Zack for doing good things, and there was a miscommunication, a clumsy statement. Zack Snyder is not the best public speaker, so don't worry about it. He wasn't calling us fans racists. He wasn't calling us abusers. That didn't happen. That was just a clumsy run-on sentence. We're good, okay? Go subscribe to Geek and Gamers and give D-Day Cobra Jeremy a thumbs up. Subscribe. Let him feel the love. He worked hard to make that happen. And I'm really not trying to make a joke out of anything because the man worked. And from what I understand, he takes care of everyone he possibly can in the best way possible. Now that I've gone out of my way to talk about that, let's get back to Zack Snyder's Justice League, a 4-hour movie that I feel could have been 3 or 3.5 hour movie and would have been just fine. But the 4 hours didn't hurt it. I felt like I was watching Lord of the Rings again. And let that sink in. That big, epic, Tolkien-esque storytelling was taking place on the screen in IMAX ratio, I think it was. I was at a private watch party. I've never seen an IMAX movie on a TV before. Wicked cool. Very pleased with what went down. And Zack Snyder, in my opinion, outdid himself. The movie was what I wanted to see. It was what other fans wanted to see. It was a huge improvement over the Whedon cut. I'm not digging at Joss Whedon. I am saying Cyborg's expanded role to what it was originally supposed to be was fantastic. Ray Fisher can act. We didn't get to see that before. Um, uh, Ezra Miller, the kid that plays the Flash, he's a little bit of a weirdo. You only have to read the news to know that. Uh, but his part in the movie was good. So Wonder Woman was good. Superman, spoilers, Superman was good. Batman was good enough. I wanted more Batman and fewer body counts. Um, uh, Hollywood doesn't get it. Batman doesn't kill. So Zack Snyder's not the only one that doesn't get that. um, it was a good movie. It was a good movie. It was the best movie I have watched in terms of new movies in a long time. It's the best superhero movie I've watched in a long time. Definitely this year. I don't think I've watched any other superhero movies this year. But hey, it could be the Parkinsheimer's beating me up again. I don't remember the last superhero movie that was this good. The movie needed more Superman. The best Superman moment we got. I don't think we needed the death of Superman again. I'm open to Warner Brothers re-exploring Batman v Superman and doing it right. I would be interested in watching that. That might bring some balance to this. But I don't want any more death of Superman. That happened in the 90s. It's been animated, what, 3 times? Enough. Now we see it in the movie again. You know we're going to get yet another origin when Jar Jar Binks does his, I'm sorry, JJ makes his new Superman movie. I don't want it. I don't want another origin movie. Unless it's telling the story of the Elseworlds Superman, the actual black Superman. That might be interesting, but I'm not asking for it. We didn't get enough Superman being Clark Kent Superman. But what we did get, we got Henry Cavill in that moment looking out the window, the farmhouse window with Lois, and you saw in that instant, framed in that pane of the window, you saw Clark Kent Superman. We haven't seen that since, what, Brandon Routh? Certainly Christopher Reeve did it best. And now we got a taste of it again. I wanted more. I wanted more. In fact, I wanted red trunks Superman again. But the black suit was cool. Batman as the general was cool. It's the way it should have been. Batman should always be the mind behind the Justice League or Super Friends. Let's see. Now, saying all those things, I really, really felt affirmed as a fan. The reality, however, seems to be that Hollywood hate you, the customer. They, for some reason, don't want to give you what you want. This movie happened because fans were screaming for it. Warner Brother desperately needed a home run for HBO Max, and if they give enough, if they get reliable, I'm going to have to consider signing up. I have 2 streaming services. I will not have 3. So they're going to have to get better, more reliable than my free Amazon and my Netflix. That's a high bar. I want to feel some love. I felt that love in a small way, but Hollywood doesn't want to give us more Henry Cavill, more Ben Affleck. They want to give us, I'm sorry, that's a joke. I didn't mean to say Affleck. Ben Affleck. They want to give us instead, what's the young man's name? Jordan and Pattinson. No thanks. I I don't want it. I don't want it. Give me more Gal Gadot. Give me more Ray Fisher. That's fine. Give me more Jason Momoa and Henry Cavill. These are proven. Ben Affleck, proven. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. It needed more Superman. And even though Hollywood hates to give us what we want, they want to tell us what we want. They want to tell us who we ought to be. I'm going to leave that to my preacher. Sunday morning at church, I'll get my sermon. Thank you very much. I'm not going to get my sermon from Hollywood. Not doing it. Let's be realistic. Support it or lose it. If you want any chance of seeing more movies like Zack Snyder's Justice League, support it. I absolutely will. If anybody connected to Warner is picking up on this, and I know Zack Snyder personally listens to this channel, I will run to the store and buy the first Blu-ray that's compatible with my player of this movie. It's the movie I want. You made it for me, the fan. I'll pay for it. I saw it at a watch party. I didn't have to pay for it, but I will pay for it. Put it on an Amazon rental that's not $30, but put it on an Amazon rental. I'll rent it. I'll do my part as a consumer because I will pay for what I like. So, like my independent comics, you can look at my Indiegogo page and you can see the campaigns I've funded as well as the ones I'm watching. When things that I like pop up, they go on my list. When they come to fruition at a certain point, I buy them. It's not hard math for me. You know what I'm saying? I know you do. In addition to that, along with my preamble about Jeremy, please go support Jeremy, by the way. Geeks and Gamers, support Jeremy. Subscribe to his main channel. Follow his people. They brought AFSP to us to support. I threw in my drop in the bucket. And in all honesty, I supported AFSP for Zack Snyder's sake. It's his chosen charity. And like the movie, #for Autumn, he dedicated the movie to Autumn. And it's the best thing that we as fans can do. Support AFSP. Let Zack know on Twitter, and it's just the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? I know you do. I'll stop saying that. What else needs to be said? I've got more coming up this week. I have to figure out what it is. The Parkinson's is getting a little bit ahead of me. I don't know what I have planned. And if I can avoid Gene playing a trick on me with the sound recorder, I'll try not to say something that sounds terrible. Terrible. That was a cabinetry joke, okay? It was cabinetry. That was the crack was in a cabinet. It was a cabinet. There. Please come back for more. I'll see you when I can. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe.